Hi, I'm John Norris, and this is MTV News Raw. Extended interviews without all the usual editing. Our subject this time is pop superstar Madonna. You know, Madonna once said she and MTV grew up together, and any trip through our tape library proves it.
Everybody, come on, dance and sing. Everybody, get up and do your thing.
We're here outside the old club Danceteria, which doesn't look much like a disco these days, but in any case, it's where Madonna first made her mark as a club performer. MTV News recently uncovered 2 early interviews with Madonna from May of 1984, just as she was hitting big with her first top 10 hit, Borderline.
Mark Goodman here this afternoon for JJ. I lucked out. Madonna has decided to drop by, and if JJ were on the air, he'd be doing this one.
Oh,
How are you this afternoon?
I'm very well.
We've been seeing, actually, a couple of your videos here for a while. And people may not be aware that although you were born in Detroit, you're a New York resident now, but you wound up going to England to get your first big acceptance. Why do you think?
Well, actually, I went to Paris.
Oh.
And why did I go there? Is that you're gonna?
I was going to ask why you thought you had to go to Europe first. And
I didn't think
why?
I had to. It's just that when I first came to New York, I was a dancer, and a French record label offered me a recording contract, and I had to go to Paris to do it. So I went there, and that's how I really got in the music business, but I didn't like what I was doing when I got there, so I left, and I never did a record there.
You're real influenced by fashion. Fashion is important to you. Do you have fashion influences? Let's say, I don't know, maybe Vivienne Westwood.
Yeah, well, she's one of my favorite designers, actually.
Is she really?
World's End. That's a great store in England.
Yeah.
Great clothing shop. Whenever I go to England, that's where I buy all my clothes.
Are you the designer of your look, your hairstyle, the clothing?
Oh, yeah. Do you think someone else could come up with this? It's all right, you don't have to answer.
Before we go here, you have this leather jacket that, can we get a shot of, if she holds up the jacket, can we get a shot? And I kind of like it. It's got a lot of graffiti on there, and I wanted to just sort of give America a look at this. Now, of course, I know Andy Warhol.
The front's better, the front's better.
Okay.
Turn around.
And while we're giving America a look at this, maybe you could explain, you see it? What does boy toy mean to you?
Well, it's my tag name. It's what I write up on walls. What does it mean? What do you think it means?
Oh, you're good at that. Yeah, just turning those questions right around. Who could design the thing? Well, boy toy is your graffiti name. You spray it on the walls around New York.
But it also has a kind of humorous meaning to it.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
Borderline, feels like I'm going to lose my mind.
You're a relatively new face on MTV to us.
Yes.
2 videos now under your belt, and I must say that they're doing quite well.
Yeah, Borderline's doing really well.
A surprise at all to you?
Well, I knew the second video would do really well. I know it's really good. So I had faith in it already, but I'm glad that it is doing as well as it is doing.
Well, it was sort of surprising, and I'm glad it was a good surprise. What are the next video plans for you then?
Well,
Do you have
I'm
any at this
working on an album right now with Nile Rodgers, and I hope to release the first single from it the first week of June. And I'll do a video to that, yeah.
How long have you been working on the album?
For the last almost 2 months. It's almost finished.
Wow. What's it been like working with Niall?
Really great. He's a genius, I have to say, yeah.
Did you contact him?
Yeah, actually, well, my record company did. But as soon as we met, we hit it off really well and thought it would be a great union, so.
And it seems to have been.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
How has he helped you out over other people that have produced you in the past?
We just have a really good chemistry, and he understands my musicality. He's a trained musician, and I'm not really, and I don't know musical terminology. He can just read my mind, so.
Do you think he really knows how to work with a vocalist per se then?
Yeah, well, he's very sensitive. I think he could work with anyone that's good.
You're also working on a new record now with Nile Rodgers, aren't you?
Right, I just finished it.
Oh, it's completed?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, great. When is it going to be out?
It'll be out in June, as soon as Borderline fizzles out. Oh, please. No, I'm really excited about it.
Wait, you don't want to say that you want your song to fizzle out on MTV, do you?
No, I just want to put something new out.
Okay.
You can't do that till the other stuff is interesting anymore.
In the summer of 1984, while riding high on the charts with Lucky Star, Madonna's own star was rapidly on the rise. MTV News caught up with her here at the New York Hilton on a new music seminar panel with the likes of George Clinton, John Oates, Africa Bambaataa, Fred Schneider of the B-52s, Lou Reed, Peter Wolf, and the godfather of soul himself, James Brown.
Well, it was a real thrill to be sitting with some artists who I really respect and admire. James Brown, George Clinton, so on and so forth. And in addition to that, I felt like I had something to share with a lot of other people who are aspiring recording artists if they had any questions about what they could look forward to or any advice I could give them, before, on getting a record contract. So I think I had a valid contribution to make.
Videos might have a limited audience in one sense, but on the other hand, you could be reaching a lot of people that would never be able to come and see you live. So I think that they're definitely an advantage.
I think
And kids only, I'm sorry, but kids today worship the television. So I think it's a great way to reach them.
I sort of resent the fact that a kid grows up, listening to the radio and listening to the great music, legacy of music that we have, and dreams about playing the guitar or playing the drums, and all of a sudden has to be an actor. To me, that makes absolutely no sense at all. If someone wants to be, that's great. But as far as I'm concerned, I always wanted to be a musician. And, to me, that's still my purpose.
Yeah, but listen, when you perform on stage, you're acting. I mean, that's a performance. So if someone puts a camera on you, what's the difference? You're acting right now.
My definition of new music is something that's, fresh and reflecting of, the times, the politics, the fashion, the energy, something new, something that's applicable to what's happening in the world today.
How do you think your music fits into new music?
Well, to start off with, a lot of people thought that I was a black artist before they saw my videos because a lot of my music is more R&B oriented, and I think that I'm a white artist doing R&B music, getting played on pop stations, and I think that is the kind of records I make is really changing people's ideas of, splitting up, categorizing music, and I think that's opening up ways for black and white artists as well. So.